So, let's get down to business, and we go to the drafts. I have the 10th pick. You guys have the 15th. A solid way to start. So with that, guys, if you want to make this selection, all you have to do in chat is type in the word pick. P-I-C-K. That's all you need. P-I-C-K. And you will have a chance to make that selection, the first selection for the Expos. But again, the Rockies go first, and we will see who gets completely screwed by how this decides to play out. How do I make sure? Okay, this better not skip my pick. Thank you. A couple 80 potentials that we know of. The Rockies are on the clock. Who do we have here? So, everything is literally the same. I mean, in terms of scouted, and again, feel free to keep an eye on these players here. Keep an eye on them, because obviously that way you'll kind of know who to look out for. But for me, let's see, Dominique Cedeno. Got a hell of a fastball. Interesting. 2022 ETA. Of course, there's also Lee Anthony. The Canadian Lee Anthony. Got a hell of a fastball, too. A slider is the primary pitch at 18 years old. Lee Anthony, huh? The only other guy, actually, I think I'd look at is Briggs. Henry Briggs, 2025. Oof. Long way away for the 19-year-old. Long way away. Again, the issue with Anthony in that splitter is he's not fully scouted. Obviously, I'm not going to look at taking a relief pitcher this early on. The only guy I'd look at is Al Nieve, who is 6'5" at 20 years old. He's a couple years out. And for closers, 3 interesting options. Omar Ramirez and his lovely glasses. I'm going to probably look at David Villarreal. Catchers, there's fucking nobody I'm aware of. Now see, this is the issue though too, is I don't know if we can trust the auto scouting to actually bring up all the prospects, let alone get them scouted in a timely fashion. So, but hey, I mean, it does keep it fair in a way. So there's really not a catcher I'd take. Hello, Mark Stewart. 19 years old, but he's quite a few years out. Nothing too crazy about his stats. We also have a couple of options here. Bobby Ezel. Another Canadian. Canadian heavy draft. Also not looking that great, though. Not feeling great about that. Russell Green, Michael Allen, I don't know anything about. Okay. Well, we got 3 options here. 2024, Frank Jones. It's not bad. It's not great. Maryville? Could have crazy contact, but we don't have a full scouting report on him. This is rough. Pressure's on me first, too, to not completely blow this. Good on for Andreas Pena. Herbert Rowell. Rowell? Who knows? 19 years old. Doesn't have crazy power out of Texas. Andreas Tahara. Pressure's on. It is on. I got a lot to prove. Anthony is a huge risk. He is. But if he actually has a 92-mile-an-hour splitter, he's 18 years old and apparently going to be ready soon. I think I gotta go for Lee Anthony here as a starting pitcher. I think I have to. Because that's pretty nuts. So just to set up a Word doc here to keep track. The attributes on the right would have been related to speed. I'm gonna go for Lee Anthony, because if this is accurate, he's a gem and a half. Lee Anthony is my pick. Of course, we won't know how good they are until the end, so that brings up the Expos. And that first pick goes to AJ. AJ, congratulations. A winner is you. Hope you were paying attention. You can work together with chat. It's up to you. It is up to AJ. At the end of the day, he will be the decider. He will be the decider. I can sort by the accuracy. It's already sorted by the potential. You got the overall as well. It is completely up to you, AJ. It's completely up to you. But we'll see where you go with this. Hopefully you remember some of the names that were out there, but again, you might have different scouting information based off of different scouts. So we'll see where AJ goes. AJ's awfully quiet. Sort by potential. It's already sorted by potential, dog. I told you that. The only thing you could really do here is sort by accuracy and see the greens in the 80s. It's not a bad option. In terms of the accuracy and who you know based off of AA, GTA, potential, those are the best options for you. Those are the best options. Chat's calling for Frank Jones. Will it be? Will it be? Will it be? Will it be Frank Jones? Again, the stats at the end are reaction, speed, and stealing. It's reaction, speed, and stealing. On the right in that order. There's no real great place to put this particular webcam at the moment. I mean, maybe there, but even then stuff still gets caught out. Compare Jones to Sanchez. Well, there is Mr. Jones. And there is the third baseman, Sanchez. Chris, good morning to you. You missed us dicking around in the stadium editor for an hour because it's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. And, yeah, just been enjoying the launch of baseball. We played a little bit of hockey at the start of the stream, too. All right, we have the choice. AJ makes the first selection in Expos history. It will be the third baseman, Frank Jones. Frankie Jones is the pick. There you guys go. The next pick will belong to your Colorado Rockies. Let's see who I got left here. Okay, bunch of yellows. Bunch of yellows. Alright, that doesn't help at all. What do we got for ETAs? A lot of 2022s as well. Jesus. Alright. Out of the 2022s, I have an 80 in the starting pitcher, Cedeno. There's Delgado. There's McIntyre. Let me look at Barker. Moses Barker. Good heat. Nothing too crazy with the stats. Nothing too crazy. Lou Cantu. Hello, power hitter. Out of South Carolina. Wanted to sabotage Chad's team and pass on a pick. No, you have to select somebody. You can sabotage it once you get it. Chris, they didn't change much about franchise mode. I like that guy's power potentially, but... Ryan McIntyre as a starter. 3-pitch starter? No, thank you. Dino Escalona. No. Delgado, the catcher. Ooh. 19-year-old Venezuelan. Really good blocking. Maybe not really good, but decent. Ah, man, it's a tough one. I didn't want to go for 2 starters, but... Stanio's got some good heat. Pretty good control. Potential for a really good break. really leaning towards Cedeno here, unless there's somebody else available. Basing it off of the 80s here really quickly. I looked at McIntyre. Andreas Pena. No. Tahara in center. If I were to go for a project, it would be him. Doesn't look like the best fielder in the world. He's got decent speed, potential for decent power. Onieva has a... Man, 5 pitches for a reliever, huh? Staples and Cedeno. I gotta do it. I'm gonna take 2 starting pitchers in this draft. I am gonna be selecting Dominique Cedeno in the 2nd round here. Back-to-back starting pitchers. This pick for the Expos. Again, just say the word pick in chat. This one goes to Evan HC. Evan, congratulations. A winner is you. If you're here, that is. And if not, you get bopped. So enter at your own risk. Evan, are you here? You're in control of this Expos team's destiny. And it'll be the big question of what to do. A lot of yellows at this stage compared to just 3 greens who you know don't have that great a potential. What will it be? All right, Evan, you're up. You can sort by potential, ETA, age. You can look at certain positions, do whatever the hell you want. The choice is yours. You are leading this rodeo. God, I can't believe it's 2 in the morning already. How did that happen? We screwed around with the stadium editor so much. So much, man. Nuts. Oh, man. Can I sort by catchers? I can. These are all the catchers remaining. It's, whoops. It's not looking like the best draft for catchers, I will say. I will say that. It's not looking like the best draft for catchers. But again, it is fully up to you. You can do whatever the hell you want. Oh my god. By the way, shout out to one fake Philip Zadina on Twitter who already downloaded our the Poutine Park and is playing on it. That's incredible. That's incredible. And it is indeed crossplay because he's on PS5. Delightful. Zadina, good stuff. Alright, Evan, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Ringo is out for those who pre-ordered. Or 2 Delgado's a catcher. Apparently. Oh, God. What are you thinking, Evan? Again, let's try to keep it somewhat quick, obviously, as much as you can. You can use the chat to help as much as you want. Duke Scout made him look decent. That's the thing, though, right? Like, if I draft before you guys, you get to look at what my scouts think. As opposed to, you know, whoever goes second, you get, you know, essentially 2 different set of scouting information. So, the first baseman available at this stage as well. Again, we're in the 2nd round with some pretty bad scouts, so you're not going to have the best setup possible here. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. What is it going to be? Go with Delgado, the catcher. All right, it's been decided. Maybe a controversial pick, maybe not. Mariano Delgado is the selection here. A shot in the dark on a catcher. I like it. Mariano Delgado is the pick. We move on. And you guys get an extra draft pick. Oh, good old compensation. And this pick belongs to the Bibrarian. To the Bibrarian. Not the Librarian. the Barbarian? Are you here? And if so, take control. You're at the helm. Who will it be? Who could it be? Again, your look at your sorted options. Take a look at second base, he says. These are the second basemen currently available. We'll leave it sorted by potential at this stage. Again, this is the very beginning of this journey, so you can draft whatever the hell you want. Whatever you want at this stage. Although the sooner the better. It is a race to the finish. Who will win first is the question. What will the Barbarian do? I'm just looking at the picture of Lapoutine Park, and it's absolutely absurd. My God. Richard Montag. Some great names here, by the way. Shout out to Ralph Hull. I don't think Montreal could get worse than Andreas. Can we look at Vigna? Of course we can. Rich Vigna. Who, again, in terms of... and here, I'll just go ahead and set up in that way your reaction speed and stealing at the end. That is what you are dealing with at the moment for Mr. Vigna. Pride of Massachusetts. Definitely a defense first option. That reaction time. It's going to be tough, obviously, compared to the NBA, where, you know, 2 draft picks a year compared to a lot more and a lot more of a need to draft. What will the bib say? The Liberty Biberty. What will it be? Starting pitchers, he says. All right, well, there's your look at starting pitchers at this stage, including the great Gregory Pringle, Billy Rich, and Broderick Richmond, as opposed to Rich Rick Brodman. Oh, goodness. This is going to be fun, by the way. God, that was a 2 already. That was a 2. Dorman and Ponce. All right. Good old Duncan Ponce lines up like this. 96 on the 4-seam, 95 on the cutter for one Mr. Duncan Ponce, the 18-year-old. I'm going to switch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Donald Dorman. Not quite the same level of high heat for the Texan. Stamina's looking pretty good, though. Stamina's looking pretty good for old Donnie Dorman. Old Donnie. So we'll see what the bib is thinking. The bibbity. Chat siding with Duncan Ponce. But will that be where he goes? And it is Duncan Ponce, the 3rd pick in Expos history. It is starting pitcher Duncan Ponce. And hey, look who also gets an extra pick. It's the Rockies. Let's do it. What do we got in terms of accuracy? All right, no greens left, so that sucks. All right. All right, boy, there is not much I can trust here. Whew. There is not much I can trust here. Yikes. Yikes. McIntyre as a... God, I don't like that he's a 3-pitch starter, but that doesn't mean he's going to be bad. Andreas Pena's got some great speed, but man, I don't know if I trust him as anything else other than like a defensive option. Robert Staples. Jesus, this guy's got some heat as a starter. He's 22. Man, am I going to take another starter? Got an 86-mile-an-hour slurve and a knuckleball. Holy shit. Am I really going to take 3 starters? From the looks of it, it might be Pena or Staples. And Al Nieves still there as a reliever, and this guy looks nuts too, but man, the knuckleball potential. That knuckleball potential, I don't think I can overlook. I think I gotta go for the other dude. I think I gotta go for my 3rd straight starter. We're a pitch first team. Alright. Yeah, that's it. I didn't think we'd be here, but here we are. Robert Staples, for the fact that he's got some high heat and a dangerous knuckleball. The 22-year-old out of Mississippi, Robert Staples, is my pick here in this extra round, the competitive balance. He is my 3rd straight starting pitcher selected. And that's back-to-back picks for your Colorado Rockies. Which means at this stage, I mean, I'm looking at Nieve or I'm looking at Pena. Just because I can't really trust anybody else. McIntyre, Campo, Yamamoto. It's gotta be Nieve or it's gotta be Pena. Nieve is really not that bad. And then Andreas Pena. I'm gonna go for the shortstop.
Fanboy.
I'm gonna go for the shortstop here. Sammy, the 22. Sammy, what is going on, buddy? It is good to see you. Happy show day, buddy. You should see the park we made if you haven't looked on Twitter. Andreas Pena is going to be my selection here, and that brings up your Expos. And that pick, my friends, will be going to 5 on. Mr. 5 a.m., the Salmon. It is up to you where we go with the Expos. Completely up to you. 100% up to you. Tukey drafting all starting pitching like he is in Colorado. Let's see where we go from here. Where's the VIP advantage? It doesn't exist. So that's where, Frank. That's where. Maybe throw money at my face, dog, and I'll just spend it on Diamond Dynasty packs. Here, but I'm on a huge delay. Fair enough. Why is Osuna in the depth chart? It might have signed him automatically. When I deleted the roster, it might have signed him automatically. In which case, fuck it, whatever, I'll allow it. It might screw you guys out of a draft pick. Alright, he's gonna pass on the pick. Fair enough. So this pick instead will go to Pafella. Fella! Are you here? Are you here? Right, because we're gonna be screwed. Hey, it was pure bad luck. Fella! Are you here? If not, you have 5. Yes, you can see the stats on Tahara. Thank you for being very quick. You guys did not have as much information on him as I did. So, I just want to make a pick. Buddy, it's 7 rounds every year, plus extra picks. You got plenty of opportunities coming your way, so long as you stick around and support the channel. Is it gonna be Tahara? It looks like. It looks like. I'm just gonna preemptively write this down, and we'll see what there it is. Andreas Tahara is the selection. That moves us into round number 4. Your Rockies up again. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. How many yellow bars do we have left? Quite a few. Quite a few. In right, Murray Meyer is shit. Barber, shit. Bobby May, also shit. Mr. Trimble. Daniel Trimble's a name worth remembering. Guadalupe Molanca. Sure. Why not? Johnny Wakefield. Endo, thank you for the mini raid, buddy. Cesar Fernandez, not looking that good. Cliff Santana, trash, of course. Sanchez, not great. Hull, not great. Cordero, not great. We're going for another pitcher. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Yamamoto. Pretty sure it's going to be Yamamoto. He's still looking really good. There's 3 players that I want. With this next pick, the Rockies will select closer Daniel Yamamoto. Daniel Yamamoto, welcome to Colorado. That brings up the Expos, and this pick will be going to Plymouth Hockey. Plymouth Hockey, are you here? Are you here for this pick with the Expos? Plymouth Hockey. Plymouth. Are you around? If not, we might have to re-roll it. Plymouth is here. Beautiful. Plymouth, we're happy to have you here. We are happy to have you here. Welcome aboard. What are we thinking? Starting pitchers. You said the starting pitcher. That is who was there. God, I was just taking a look at the MLB directory too. It's fantastic to see so many people doing so well. Tremendous stuff, man. This directory is freaking killing it. I know it's like it's technically a Friday morning. It's crushing it. It's awesome. What's it gonna be? There's a lot of names being thrown out in chat right now. Who's Plymouth gonna want? Dorman. All right, again, we looked at Dorman before, but there you go. And again, I will just pop over here. That way nothing's off screen. Old 4-seam, a 93. Good velocity, but does he have the control? That's for you to decide. The heir to the Pringle Empire. We're bringing Pringles to Canada. Sweet, glorious Pringles. Will it be old Donnie Dorman? The Doorman. Check Rich. Willy Rich. There's Willy Rich. Holy shit. I can't even hide my reaction to that. If Willy Rich is that good, you guys got a winner right there. I didn't have that scouting report to that level. That's an interesting player. That is a very interesting player. Will that be the man? It's still so weird that I'm playing this on an Xbox controller. God damn it. All right, Plymouth locks it in. Willy Rich, your second starting picture selected. Starting. Easy for me to say. Willy Rich is the pick. Don't look so too, doesn't see other players. Smart strategy. All right, so who's left? Who is left? Alright, unfortunately the first baseman I wanted's gone. I think you guys were looking at him too. Okay, I got a choice here. There's 3 players I want. Tough. There's 3 players I want. I'm not going to look at their stats again. Yeah, amazing. I saw you mentioning him. I'm like, ah, man. Yeah, both Bregman and Altuve on the team. Yeah, I'll have to cut him after this. It did auto-sign some good players. We should have double-checked that. That's my bad. Going from my boy, Danny Trimble. Maybe. I'm going for Danny Trimble. This is my first risky pick. I feel like there were other players that I could have gone for. I'm going to go for Danny Trimble in center. For the Expos, it'll be Z-Pops. Z-Papas. Z-Pops, congratulations, and thank you for changing your goddamn name back. You're up, buddy. Oh, Z-Pops. You're good to go. It is your pick on behalf of Chat's team, the recently moved Houston Astros back to Montreal in lovely Le Poutine Park. Z-Pops. Z-Pops. What will it be? You've got people in chat mentioning a ton of options. Let's make something happen here. Sort by ETA. You got it. Those are your lowest ETAs. Not too many guys left that aren't 2025 or beyond. Interesting. You guys have Quintana. I haven't gotten a look at him yet. Maybe you'd want to. Interesting. Maybe you look at Quintana. Who's to say? Quintana! Ooh! Ooh! Interesting! Look at that discipline. That contact. Interesting. I might have another name on my board. Interesting. Interesting. How does it feel, chat, to have your tactics used against you? How does it feel? Do I actually want him or not? Who's to say? Who's to say? You'll just have to find out. I might have another new player for my board. Took one outfielder and center. I could have somebody on the left. Oh, do you know Sammy? Do you? By the way, of course, if you guys are not following Sammy, you're going to see me host him a lot at the end of these streams. Another excellent franchise-related streamer. Make sure to follow Sammy if you have not already. For those who might be watching this later, again, Sammy with a Y, 33X on Twitch. A very, very good friend of the channel. He locked in the pick. I didn't see it. No, you don't. Take him. All right, that's it. Can I see Nieve real quick? I don't know. I was just told you locked in the pick. I was told. You want to see Al Nieve? Go ahead. Go ahead and look at old Al Nieve. You go right ahead. You go right ahead and look at old Al Nieve. Is he actually that good? Is he actually that good, or am I eyeing an outfielder now? Who's to say? Quintana. Quintana. Who's it gonna be? I got my eyes on a couple of players, and you can't get all of them. You're gonna have to hope the AI take them away from me. I got my eyes on a couple of players, though. He says Quintana. It is official. Humberto Quintana is going to Montreal. Humberto, welcome aboard. Mr. Humberto Quintana. Let's see, we go to round number 6. Colorado is up next. The AI took away Nieve. Fuck. However, they did not take away Ryan McIntyre, who I will gladly select my 4th starting pitcher of this draft. Thank you very much for Ryan McIntyre. Told you they wouldn't get everybody. The next pick for the Expos ends up being for Cody. Cody, congratulations. You are on the clock. You are on the clock, sir. Sort by overall, he says. Interesting. Whoops. So you got your 75s. We'll see who wins this first draft. Again, this first draft's very important. Whoever does the best, I will prioritize getting the better scouts for them this offseason. What's the best 60-yard dash? I can't sort by that, unfortunately. So, what I could do is sort by, known speed, and then take a look if you wanted me to. Like Kenny Jones has a 6'4". I won't look at another guy because I could technically be giving myself information, so it's up to you to lead the way. 'Tis up to you, sir. Take the guy who has the highest overall. He's going for first baseman Michael Chen, who is a complete shot in the dark. If it works, it's going to be tremendous for you. If it doesn't, who's to say? If it works, it's going to really, really work, but he's not scouted whatsoever. If he's actually that good, Cody just knocked it out of the park. God damn. You know what I should have done, by the way? In chat, I should have written down who selected what player. But Michael Chen is the pick. And that is it. This draft is done and dusted. First things first. What do you guys say? Do we look at your picks first or mine? What do you say? Are we going to your picks first or mine? We'll look around the league too. Alright, people want me to go to mine first. You got it. You got it. Your newest Colorado Rockies. Oh, Lee Anthony. Say hello to my Clayton Kershaw. 70 overall at 19 years old, 92 potential. I'm going to beat you with your own people. I'm bringing the Canadians down and putting you in the ground, chat. Lee Anthony. Big chef's kiss. Big chef's kiss. Oh, you'll love to see that. You'll love to see that. We didn't get a chance at him. You're right, you didn't. You didn't. Because I knew to take him. Next up, Mr. Dominique, who is a 64 overall at 21 years old. He's a B. He's a bit of a long shot. We'll see what happens with him. But again, high heat, good slider. Not the best control, but we'll see what happens with Mr. Cedeno. Has a good arm in the field. Up third is Robert Staples, who unfortunately as a knuckleballer, he's not the best. He is not the best. A 59 overall, 22 years old is rough. See potential. He's a meh. Andreas Tahara is also a bit of a mess. He's 18 years old and a 60. He's a C overall. Like, he's not bad. He is clearly a fielding first option. Good stealing, but pretty rough speed. So we'll see what happens with the Tahara. Daniel Yamamoto is a B, which is great. 61 overall, 20 years old, good stuff. Good velocity. I'm pretty happy with that. Gives up some walks, but all in all, I'm pretty good. Pretty happy with Yamamoto. Unfortunately for me, Danny Trimble was a complete bust. But with his speed and base running aggressiveness, I mean, say hello essentially to a pinch runner. But yeah, unfortunately, Danny Trimble was a swing and a miss. Ryan McIntyre, also not great. 22 years old, a 65 C overall. Good stamina, but everything else is a little bit spotty. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with that. 1A and 2Bs, pretty much. That's what you're looking to top. And they were all pitchers as well. So, with that, we move ahead to Montreal. And I think you guys got me. Frank Jones, 19 years old, A potential, 65 overall. Frank Jones. Huh. You got Mariano Delgado, the catcher as well, who's taken on a whim. He's only a C, but he's a 66 overall at 19 years old.
Taste the biscuit.
Ringo, thank you for the follow. Actually, not the follow, the prime stuff. Thank you for that, Ringo. Almost missed it. You got Duncan Ponce, who's a 61 overall at 18 years old with a B potential. Crazy velocity, really good break as well. That's pretty disgusting. Andreas Tahara, B potential. 62 overall at 19 years old. Really good power against righties. Decent speed and stealing as well. And William Rich, C potential. 65 overall at 21 years old. Really good hit per 9. Pretty good velocity as well. And Humberto Quintana was a bust and a half. I mean, 66 overall isn't too bad. And Michael Chen was a B. 21 years old, 64 overall. Pretty good contact. The complete shot in the dark first baseman worked out. Chat wins the opening round. The opening salvo. Chat wins it. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. You got me. You got me. We'll see how it plays out. We will see how it plays out long term. Interesting, interesting. I'll let the raffle open, close. It should be closed, but whatever. Alright, so really quickly, Herbert Rao actually ended up being pretty good. Z-Pops, I am going to cut the rosters for sure. Looks like the Angels did okay with Rao. He's pretty low overall. I'm looking for other interesting names or really high potentials. Nobody really on Oakland. Henry Briggs ended up being a 60. There's really nobody else there. Graham Redmond's not too shabby. Nobody else there that either of us were really looking at as far as I can tell. Richie Trahern. Very low overall given the circumstances. Mascara as a closer is pretty good, 63 at 20 years old. Donald Dorman, 88 potential, 22 years old, a 62. So you guys had the right idea looking at Dorman as well. Uh-huh. Wow. Satchel Jordan for the Mets. Jesus Christ. And Bob Barnwell right behind him as a closer. Or as a center fielder, sorry, I misread that. But still, good lord. Alright, well the Mets are set up for the future. The Phillies, Bobby is only a 60, so that potential hurts a little bit. Richmond was also a B, he's also a 60. Roddy Walker, 64 is not too bad. Shout out to Patrick Lemon. Cubs, ooh, wow, the Cubs had a horrible draft. Not a single person of a B potential or higher. That's rough. The Reds, Abraham Getz, great mustache, but a 48 overall. Velasquez at a 57. That's pretty rough. Villarreal is a great closer for the Brewers. No other names that we were really looking at there. Pittsburgh, Taylor Encarnacion looks great. 68 overall, 20 years old. That's a phenomenal pick. They also ended up with Matthew Thayer. 18 years old, 63 overall, 91 potential. Holy crap. So, Pittsburgh had a pretty good draft. Pittsburgh had a pretty good draft. I'll give them that. They might be fine without me. St. Louis, Diego Sanchez. Yes. He's meh. And by meh, I mean really good. Shout out to Charles Yoshi. It was also kind of okay. Encarnacion was the first pick. I can see why. Arizona with Blanco, but he's a 49 at 21. That's rough. That is rough. They also ended up with Oaks, who's a little bit better. Lou Cantu is a 61 overall, 62 potential. Guadalupe was also horrible, but he's fast as hell. Of course, Colorado we know of. LA with William Bach, which is a pretty good pick for them. And they also got Greg Pringle, who was really good. 62 overall at 18 years old, 89 potential. There were some steals. Blue, what's going on? I mean, franchise mode's pretty much the same, but so far so good, especially the stadium editor. San Diego, Frank Blanco, not bad. Nobody else with a good potential. San Francisco with Omar Ramirez, not bad at all. Billy Alley's great, so some good pitching help for the Giants. I was looking at Billingsley. He's okay. Let's see. Baltimore, Gary Bowie. Too low of an overall with that age. That doesn't help. You get Julio Sanchez, who's a 55. That's not too bad either. Boston with Antonio Estrada. He's phenomenal. 68 overall at 18 is crazy. Kevin Bernard's a bit too low. OG is here. Sir, how did opening night treat you? I hope it treated you well. We moved Houston, sent him to Montreal, built the dumbest ballpark you could possibly imagine. It's me against Twitch chat here in franchise, and chat beat me in the first draft, and I'm very upset. Dude pulled 2 Donaldsons back to back. I still have to open some packs tonight to start things off. The Yankees. They did okay. Tampa. Alonso's not looking that great. They had Ponder down there at the bottom as a 60. Nothing too crazy. Toronto, Mark Stewart. 47 overall hurts, though. 47 overall. Al Nieve, there he is. He was a 60 at 20 years old. B potential, though. So not too shabby there. And Richard Park. The White Sox. Nobody crazy. That's for sure. Cleveland. Kiki Smallwood. What a name. What a name for Kiki Smallwood. Nobody else who's all that great. Detroit. Bennett Hershiser. It's a 50. That's unfortunate. I mean, they got a lot of good potentials. This guy's great. Arthur Ibar. Hot damn. 71 overall out of the draft. It's good stuff. Kansas City. Jose Camacho's not bad. Brian Gill's not bad. So KC did pretty well. Minnesota, not so much. 2B potentials. Ramirez is a catcher who's a 64, and Hugo Cordero who's a 59. So nothing too crazy. And then we're back to Montreal. So as mentioned, you guys got me. You got me. We will sign all of your players for now. Jam the Lamb, what a name. Black Betty, Jam the Lamb. Thank you for the follow. And again, we will sign everybody, even if they're not that good, because we need people to fill out the rosters. And aside from that, last thing we have to do, let me just double check this. Whoops, nope. Oh, don't lag, menus. Do not lag. Thank you. Last thing we need to do is just clear up these rosters a little bit, since we had no idea of knowing that it actually signed good people for both of us. Okay, stop at the things. So you guys can go ahead and release Osuna. You also had Miles Straw, who's developing, and that's fine. That's allowed. And for me, I apparently benefited quite well, which in theory doesn't mean anything. It signed me Bregman, Alvarez, and Altuve. And again, we'll go ahead and cut all 3 of them. And hopefully that doesn't mess up our rosters too much in terms of not being compliant. So we'll sim to All-Star Week here really quickly. Actually, we won't. Auto-fix all. And let me just double-check that it didn't redo it. Man. Go over to Montreal. It signed you Ryan Presley. I'm going to cut him too. We got to watch the game at Montreal. It's kind of what I want to do, yeah. I mean, because obviously early on in a series like this, the games really don't matter. The games really, really don't matter. So we can just kind of breeze through. Arizona claimed Osuna off of waivers. Actually, here, let's stop this really quickly. So what we'll do, we'll go to the All-Star Week to at least see who made it, and then we'll take it from there. We will at least see our beautiful stadium in action. As the Red Sox acquire Starling Marte for Rick Thomas and Emil Esparza. Starling Marte to the Red Sox. I don't hate it. Marco Gonzalez to the Giants for Will Wilson. Great name. Ryan Torres. And apparently we have people involved in the futures, but obviously it's no one that we actually care about. So we will take a look. Not at stadium assignments, but All-Star voting, I guess. Actually, All-Star voting doesn't even really matter. I guess it's if you care about like what players in this weird fantasy. You actually have an All-Star, of course, in Brooks Rally, which is hilarious. Unless you care about like what real life players made the All-Star game, which I mean, we'll look at the awards, but for the most part, I would not like to participate in the home run derby. Do not stop simming. Let's I know everyone has an All-Star, but he was actually at the top of the voting, which means he's doing well. Which is hilarious. Let's just go to it. Let's go to it. We need to see this horrific stadium in action. The NL wins the All-Star game. Do not stop simming. Thank you very much. Christian Vasquez to the Yankees from the Red Sox. Teoscar Hernandez from the Blue Jays to the Reds. Bold strategy, Cotton. Kirby Yates to the Royals. Man, the Blue Jays are selling. God damn. Here's the deadline. Keep going.